Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Let's Max Warframe, where today we're going to be taking a quick look at the latest in the line of Archwings and check out the Amesha. Now the Amesha can be picked up by doing the dojo research and then by buying and building all the parts. It's in the Tenno lab of your dojo. Be aware though that it does require a total of 10 Nitane to build it. So what do you get when you finally do manage to build it? Well, it comes with 1200 health at rank 30, 600 shields, 200 armor and 360 energy, along with a flight speed of 1.1. So it fits in very nicely with the other Archwings in terms of base stats. But like Warframes, the Archwings are defined by their powers. The Amesha is no exception. The first ability, Watchful Swarm, spawns a whole load of mini drones that will block any incoming fire. Effectively acts like a mini shield for you. It's cheap, and with Prime Morphic Transformer, you will have 23 drones, meaning that it's going to block 23 shots for you, for just 11 energy, making this an incredible damage mitigation skill. But then we move on to Benevolent Decoy, which is by far the Amesha's strongest ability. What it does is that for 23 energy, it will spawn a giant sphere with a smaller sphere inside of it. The smaller sphere will draw enemy fire into it, like Mag's Bullet Attract, but instead of increasing damage like that, it converts that damage into a healing pulse that is going to heal you up to a range of 160 meters with the build that I'm using. It is ridiculously strong and can be the difference between holding a point and losing it, especially in something like mobile defense, where a well-placed decoy will not only draw all fire away from the defense target, but also heal your team that are defending it. Now be aware though that the smaller sphere in the center is still going to have explosions impacting on the outside of it, so be very careful and stay away from it, especially if you're using something like the Grappler, which you can actually self-damage with. I have very nearly killed myself with it, so just be very careful. Now its third ability, it's a toggling ability. It's called Warding Grace. It's a pretty simple ability that when cast will not only affect you, but all your teammates up to a max range of 640 meters with a max range mod on there. It makes them completely immune to any status procs, which is amazing against things like Hellions. Because that blast proc has got me killed so many times at high level, it's unreal. But not only does it do that, it will also slow all enemies in range up to 77.5% with a max Prime Morphic Transformer on there. It's a great team ability and something that can really help with saving teammates with that insane range. And then you have the Amesha's fourth ability, which is Vengeful Rush. It's kind of, I guess the easiest way to explain it is it's an inbuilt team rage mod. Any damage taken with this ability will be transformed into energy, plus it's going to increase the range and duration and strength of all of your abilities. Not only your abilities though, but also all teammates within 640 meters of your Archwing. So this is a great team buff, and with it only costing 45 energy, you will almost always recoup that energy just by taking damage. Combine that with the healing pulses from Benevolent Decoy, and you have an almost infinite energy leap going on, so you can keep this ability up almost all of the time. Now in terms of the build for the Archwing, it's basically the standard Archwing build at this point. Exactly the same as all my other Archwings. You've got enhanced durability for health, energy inversion for shield, energy amplifier for range, system reroute for more efficiency, Prime Morphic Transformer for power strength, auxiliary power for more energy, efficient transferal for duration, and Hyperion thrusters to make you faster moving. Word of warning here with Hyperion, after burning whilst inside the trench or on tile set is almost certain death at this point. If you hit something too hard, then it is so easy to kill yourself. I mostly use just shift speed to help move around, and the Hyperion thrusters mod does help with that. And then I use Afterburn in wide open straight places because it is ridiculously quick. So what do I think of the Amesha? Well, if I'm honest, it's immediately become one of my favourite Archwings. In fact, no, not one of. It is now my favourite Archwing. I've always been one for for running support frames when I need to, rather than pure damage dealing ones. Not only does the Amesha fulfill that support role superbly, but it is also tanky as hell as well. In fact, I've not died in it at all, apart from one time where I was going full speed with Hyperion thrusters and smashed my face into a wall and died instantly. But when you have your combination of skills up, you are a huge asset to your team. And there is a big difference between teams with an Amesha and without one. It is a masterpiece of design. All the skills work so well and are fantastically designed, and they synergize pretty well as well. But that combined with how incredible it looks, it's definitely going to be my go-to Archwing for sure. Previously, the Itzal was my go-to Archwing, mainly because it was easy to grab all the mods, loot, resources, health, energy with the black hole. It's a more selfish playstyle that I ended up taking than with anything else really. I know you can cloak teammates, which is pretty good for reviving, but with the Amesha you can be a team player the whole time, with all of your abilities, and it's not ridiculously complicated to get the most out of it. I was really impressed with this thing. I still think we need more Archwing mods, because at the moment, to be honest, they're all modded exactly the same, and for the most part so are the weapons as well. Even with those new IPS mods that came in, they're not good enough to really change the build. But I'm sure that is something that will come in the future. But for now, I will be using the Amesha for everything Archwing related, even if I do get slightly motion sick by it by now. But I would love to hear what you guys think about Archwing, the Amesha, everything related to that in the comments below. And as always, many thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next video.